Hey folks, I'm Justin Miller with the Chong Miller Group. At the Chong Miller Group, we help people buy and sell homes. We help people build wealth through real estate. This is going to be a really quick market update for the Las Vegas resale residential housing market for December of 2023. I usually pull data on the 7th and then publish the video the 7th, 8th, or 9th during the course of the month. I've pulled this data on the 3rd and I'm recording it on the 3rd of December. I'm not going to be in town for doing a regular market update this month, but I wanted to give you a little highlight of what happened during the course of November. And so that's what this is. This is combined for single family housing as well as for condos and for townhomes. And so let's go ahead and dive right in. Now, first thing I want to comment on interest rates. Interest rates at the end of October were about 7.90% for the 30-year fixed rate mortgage. Interest rates have actually been coming down. A little bit of that has been the 10-year Treasury coming down, but more is a little lessening of the gap that exists between the 10-year Treasury and the 30-year fixed rate loan. That has brought 30-year mortgage rates down by 53 basis points to having ended the month of November at 7.37%. So half a point, 53 basis points lower than what we saw at the end of October. That's great news. Watch my market forecast for 2024 video. We talk extensively about interest rates and where I think interest rates are going during 2024. I had suggested that rates will be going down almost regardless of what the Federal Reserve does. And we've started to see that happen during the month of November of 2023. That's a real positive for the market. But I also talk about seasonality and the seasonal trends that exist during the holiday season for residential real estate all across the country, including here in Las Vegas, are overwhelming of that issue. So even though we saw, according to the Mortgage Bankers Association, mortgage applications increase, which is good news, refinance applications very slightly increase, that's been more a shift between cash buyers and buyers taking out mortgages. And so we're not actually seeing lots of new entrants into the market just yet. We'll start to see that next year. Again, watch the 2024 forecast video. That's linked at the end of this video. I will warn you that forecast video is long. Once you start watching it, you may want to take a break or 2 breaks. So just bookmark where you are as you're going through that video so you can go back and watch the remainder of that video. A lot of really important stuff in the 2024 forecast about how I think the market's evolving, what the influences are on the market, what the compelling factors are behind the particular predictions that I'm making, as well as risks to those predictions. That video, again, linked at the end of this, the 2024 market forecast for Las Vegas real estate. Okay, so seasonal factors are overwhelming of the small decreases that we've seen in mortgage interest rates so far during the course of November will likely be the case again through the end of December, the end of the year. I will be back in time to do a regular market update for January, which will incorporate all of the data through the end of the year 2023. That'll come out during the period of time, the 7th to 10th of January. Okay, so since this is the combined single-family condos and townhomes video, I'm going to do things a little bit differently in terms of order. I'm also just giving you highlights right now. The data are not yet solidified as they are on the 7th, so these are highlight numbers, just to give you some understanding what took place during the month of November. Back on market, something I've been tracking since late 2020, remain very elevated. Single-family homes, approximately 31% of all contracts written went back on market in the month of November. So that means almost a third of contracts, buyer getting into a contract with the seller, the escrow collapses, the deal falls apart, and sellers left looking to put their property back on the market or leave the market entirely, and buyers have to start over in their home search or perhaps give up. Right, 31%. For condos, the number is slightly lower. It's 29%, still almost 30%. And for townhomes, 30%. So we're looking at 30% plus or minus of all contracts written. And this has been true, again, since late 2020. You need to make sure that when you're thinking about buying or selling, you're paying really careful attention to this issue of back on market. Please talk to an agent, talk to me. I'd be happy to talk with you about what we do to try to prevent back on market problems from occurring, how we solidify the contracts that we enter into. But make sure whomever it is you talk to, you're talking about this issue. It's critically important. Think of it if you're in a classroom and you got 30% off on an exam, you've got a C minus, right? One more point off, you're in D category. This is really problematic in the marketplace, and you need to pay careful attention to it. Don't let any agent cause you to ignore this because they're doing you a disservice, and don't yourself ignore it because you're undercutting yourself. So you want to set yourself up to be doing as well as possible in this market if you need to be buying or need to be selling. Next thing I want to highlight, pricing. How did pricing look in the month of November? So single family homes price went up by $5,000 to $447,000. That is actually up 7.2% from the beginning of the year, from January 1st. So January 1st through the end of November, November 30th, 2023, single family home prices up 7.2%. That's really impressive. That's actually a little better than a standard year, where normal years in Las Vegas for home sales, we're looking at price appreciation typically in the 5 to 7% range. So we've still got December left in front of us, and I anticipate we'll see something similar in December. Pricing is going up. Regardless of how many times you read market forecasts coming from Zillow or from other actors in this market or commentators, prices are not going down. They're going up. We're up 7.2% year to date, which is full 11 months for the year 2023. That's up from 415 to 447. Condo prices also up more strongly. $240,000, that's up $30,000 from $210,000 on January 1st of 2023. That $30,000 price appreciation is a 14.3% growth in the prices of sold condos, right? Not listings, but sold properties. So very strong growth that we saw in 2023 in condo pricing. Townhome pricing growth a little bit less. Part of that's because condo pricing did not come down. What actually came down as far, but recovered very quickly in 2022. So we ended 2022, began 2023 a little bit stronger. We're ending 2023, or we're ending November of 2023 at $325,000. That is up $12,500 or 4.0% since the beginning of the year. Now, townhome prices did actually fall in November, but again, we're still up. We're up 4.0% from the beginning of the year through the end of November. So pricing growth in all three categories of housing here in the Las Vegas Valley. Strong price appreciation. What about number of sales? Now, number of sales highly influenced by both inventory and very high interest rates. So very high interest rates have made it harder for buyers to buy because they may have a harder time qualifying, or they're being forced into properties in terms of price and payment that they don't actually want to be acquiring, and so they're holding themselves out of the market for a while. It's also making it harder for sellers who conceptually are locked in oftentimes on the interest rates that they have on their existing mortgages. And so inventory has come down. We'll get to that in just a second, but it means that sold volume has also come down. Single family homes for the month of November, down 17.8%. So significant drop in the number of closed transactions. Just so you know, if we take the 11-month time frame that represents January 1st through November 30th of 2023, and we go looking back across time, across the multiple listing service here in Las Vegas for a comparable period or a period with lower transaction volume, we've got to go back to 2008. That's how slow this market has been in 2023, and it's actually gotten slower in the month of November. December will be slower because, again, seasonal factors make November and December the slowest months of the year. So very weak home sales, although prices have been going up on those sales that have taken place. Kind of interestingly, even with weak home sale numbers and with price appreciation, even at these very high interest rates, the last 4 properties that we sold, the Chong Miller Group sold for our clients, we had multiple offers on all of those properties. So there are some buyers out there. If you've got an agent who understands what they're doing, they're going to get offers on your property. They're going to be good offers. In fact, because we had multiple offers, we ended up selling all of those above list price. So we were getting very good pricing on the sales that we were doing in the last month, the last 2 months, the last 3 months of this year, 2023. So it can be done. If you need to buy, you need to sell, there are agents who can help you, and at the Chong Miller Group, we can be very helpful. We've got the experience in this particular market. Give us a call and see what we can do. And by the way, if you're watching this and you've not already, please smash the like button, hit the subscription and the notification bell, and share these videos with your friends, your colleagues, your neighbors, your family members, anyone who you think might benefit from the information, including the contact information for them to get in touch with the Chong Miller Group. We would love to help them as much as we help you and the existing clients that we already have. Now, sold condos. Condos, actually slightly more sales, 4% more sales in November than what we saw in October. That unit growth is a small additional number, so it's not really indicative of surprising strength in the condo market. Although we saw, again, pricing go up in condos 14.3% during the course of 2023. Condos are actually outperforming in this market of 2023 relative to single-family homes and townhomes. Nonetheless, we have to go back to 2014 to find an 11-month period of time that had comparable or lower total sales volume in the condo market. In the townhome market, we've got to go back to 2015 to find a comparable 11-month period with same or lower townhome sales. Both townhome and condo sales volume, though, we could actually be looking at 2008 levels depending on how weak they are in December. So we're just 2014-15 happened to be a weak period of time for condos and townhomes here in the Las Vegas Valley, but we're just slightly above that. So townhomes were down 8.2% in the month of November relative to October. Well, so that's closed sales. What about pending sales? Pending, again, because of the seasonal factors, we expect those to be going down, even though interest rates have come down a little bit. Well, single-family homes pending down flat for condos, not actually down, not actually up, but flat, and townhomes pending contracts down as well. So that indicates that December is going to be weaker than what we saw in November. No surprise there. There's a strong seasonal influence that we don't necessarily see every year, but as I mentioned in my 2024 forecast video, I'm expecting the reemergence of some regular seasonal factors in the market through the end of 2024. Through the end of 2023 and into the year 2024. For sale, this is standing inventory. Single family homes down for inventory. In fact, with the exception of the very low volume of inventory that we had in the second half of 2021, first half of 2022, we are at the lowest number of single family homes for sale since the second half, since October of 2008. So if you think about 2008, that's 15 years ago. The Las Vegas Valley was cratering in the great financial crisis, and we had considerably fewer people living in the valley at that time. We were more than 10% smaller as a population at that time. So these numbers are really low on a per capita basis. These numbers would look even worse. Condos for sale inventory up marginally, just slightly. And townhomes, we're down on inventory. So we've seen drops in inventory over the course of 2023 between 50 and 60%. Heading into the month of November, we're down further for single family homes, we're down further for townhomes, and we're just marginally higher for condos. So very low levels of inventory that we have right now. And one other piece of information I want to give you in this short video, and that is new listings. Of course, seasonally, we expect new listings to reach their nadir, their lowest point of the year, in December. So this is data for the month of November. New listings, single family, lowest that we've seen since February 2008, with the singular exception of last December 2022. Again, December's always the weakest month of the year. So we're going to beat in December. We're probably going to beat on the downside December of 2022. New listings, very, very weak for single family homes. We are down on new listings for condos. We are down on new listings for townhomes as well. And in fact, townhome new listing numbers, the lowest we've seen since August of 2008. Now, just really quickly, what does that mean? That means that we've got inventory is very depressed. We've got sales, which are seasonally, as we would expect, very low. And so we're seeing that strong seasonal pattern emerge here through the month of November. We'll see it again in December. Even though interest rates have come down by 53 basis points during the course of November, that was not enough to overcome regular seasonal patterns that we would expect to be seeing at this time of year. The market is weak, but don't forget, pricing of sold units, not listings, sold units, up 7.2%, single family, up 14.3% for condos, and up 4.0% for townhomes. We're not seeing demand falling off a cliff. We're seeing the impacts of very low levels of inventory and significantly high interest rates. And even though we've come down to 7.37% on the 30-year fixed rate loan at the end of November, we're still high. Until we get to 7.0 or below, we're still in the high interest rate category. So that's influencing this market as well. Again, please turn to the 2004 real estate market forecast linked here at the end of this video. And I will be back and we'll see you in the new year. If you have any questions, any comments, please post them, email them, however you want to get in touch with me. I will have access while I'm out of town to email even though I won't be able to record a more thorough market update video for the month of December. I am Justin Miller with the Chong Miller Group. I look forward to talking with you soon. I look forward to helping you buying, selling, or growing wealth through real estate. Thank you.